today I'm going to talk about this book that's called Ways to Trap a Yeti, and the author for this book is called Dalton, and this book is good. I like it very much, and the author for this book, like I said, is Dalton, and I'm going to read the text back here, then I'm going to talk about this book. Ways to Trap a Yeti. You will need ropes, a gun, a loyal servant, a very big box. Watch out for Yeti magic. If the Yeti sees you coming, you will be the one stuck in a box, maybe forever. Why not trap a goldfish? Is it a lot easier? And the Yeti is this like monster that you don't want to mess with, and this monster is called the Yeti. So then now I'm going to talk about this book. It starts with, it's a boy that is called he's called Joe Kelly, and I'm going to say Joe. And Joe, every day he wakes up, he's thinking, is it today the countdown crew is gonna get him? And the countdown crew, they are like a gang that if you don't give them money or the things that they want, they're gonna take an embarrassing picture of you and put it all over the school. So then at last you're gonna be a big joke. So then Joe don't want this, so he don't want to get like caught by the countdown crew. So then he doesn't say this to anybody. He doesn't say it to his Gramps and Gran, and his sister is not so old, so he's not gonna say to her either. So Joe doesn't say it to nobody. At last, his sister gets to know, and then Joe doesn't want this to happen, and then her sister does know this at last, that it's a countdown crew and they're doing like this. So then she won, so they're gonna like get a revenge, not a revenge, but they want to do a thing, so get back on them. So then before that, they go to a like place that's called Pim Hall, and that's a place that a person that is called, I don't know what it's called, but he was a prince before, and he had that house like hotel, so they could buy things and like that. So they buy a coffer, and they're gonna look at what is in this coffer. So then at night, Joe and his sister, they open this coffer, and in it is like they look and they see a box right down in the coffer. So they find it in the coffer, and they open this box, and there are two persons that is. First they couldn't open it, and then they say the open box, and then the box opened. So then there were two like mini persons. One of them was this prince, and the other one was his like servant. And then they talk about the story how they became little, that it was a Yeti that did this. He used like powers and made them little. So then these two little like persons, so they got little by the Yeti because they tried to take like a almost ring like a thing that the Yeti is like that nobody's gonna take it. So then they're gonna get this revenge on the countdown crew. And then the Yeti like comes from nowhere and is making the countdown crew afraid. So they made like a trap for the countdown crew, and they made the countdown crew afraid, and then they took an embarrassing picture, and they said if they're doing like before that, they're taking a picture if you don't have like things, that they're gonna put up that picture on the internet and the school like thing. So then the countdown crew doesn't more doing like that like they did, and then the others. So then the Yeti and these two little persons, they just disappeared, and then they were left. So Joe and his sister, so they were left there, those two, and they went home, and they were glad that the countdown crew is not gonna anymore like do things with other persons. And then that was actually all for this book that was called Ways to Trap a Yeti. And it doesn't say how to trap a Yeti a little bit much, but it says a little bit like in the middle of the book, and I read it like that, so I said I don't need to talk about that. But it's like that, so they say a little bit how to trap a Yeti, but it usually should not work. And this book is very good. I like it very much. It's very, very interesting to read. I recommend very much to read this book if you are new to reading. So then I recommend it very. And my best characters for this book is Joe, and my next book is a Swedish book. And bye bye!